Alright folks, back again. This is basically what a masked up and prepped vehicle should look like. Anybody that believes in doing their job right and achieving good results, well, this has to eventually become religious. Well, it's religious for me anyway. I'll do it every time I buff a car. There's no shortcuts for me. It's either do it or don't do it at all. And yeah, it's basically taken about half hour to mask this car up. Any edge that I can see has been covered up, so there's no chance of any compound getting inside edges. Believe me, I've repaired enough cars that have been butchered by butchers, detailers, and people who just don't give a damn about how they buff cars. And this car's taken in about half hour, but that half hour that it's taken will possibly save me a burnt edge, which there's just no time to react to the burnt edge before you realise you've done damage, before you can pull your finger off the trigger. Damage is done. And the respray panel, this could be worth between $300 and $400, so for a roll of tape, which is worth about $3 or $4, I don't care. I mask it. And it's basically well prepped. Surface is smooth, ready for cleaning up, ready for the sellers and everything. This car actually, I'm quite impressed. It still looks good considering it was treated with all the damage removal back in January or February when it was done. Luckily we were able to actually save this paint job. Nobody wanted to touch this car. Felt sorry for this guy, so I took the chance in cleaning it up and it come out well. Well, it's back after how many months? Here for a retreat, get all the swirling and everything off it. There's no need for harsh cutting compounds. 7 months ago there was, not today. It's only washing damage. And get all that off and feed it with some nice sealer, whether it's going to be synthetic or whether it's going to be a nice natural wax. I'll decide as to how the paint looks after it's done before the treatment goes on. I'll put on what I think will actually complement the condition of this paint job. And it should come out looking rather nice. We'll just go around and have a look at what the car looks like in general from around. As you can see, there's masking tape on all edges. If you're wondering why the mirrors are masked up with paper, it's pretty simple really. I've just got a bad habit of doing my mirrors last, and by the time I get around to doing the mirrors, there's that much polish splatter on the mirror. If you actually end up going over the mirrors with a buff, all this polish splatter, that splatter is actually hard. You'll actually, in fact, scratch the paintwork. You won't do yourself any favours by doing that. So I mask the mirrors up, make sure that there's no paint that's left revealed over there where polish splatter can fly on. But generally speaking, the whole car's been masked up, so I have now no fear of going through edges. That's a load off my mind that I don't have to worry about when I'm buffing this car. It's the best thing to just buff paint and not worry about edges and not worry about where you might burn through, and you can leave that all up to the masking tape to take care of. Again, it's only $3 or $4. If it's worth saving $300 or $500, depending on what make of car it is, to spray a panel, well, mask the damn thing up and know that you've got nothing to worry about. So that's it for the prep, and we're now going to proceed with our paint correction. As you can see, we're using different levels of lighting here to pick out flaws, and I've done one small section here. I don't know if it'll come up on the camera, but no, it doesn't come up on the camera. But basically all the damage that we've got there, you might be able to see, is all this swirl.